So by the title, I probably can assume that you guys know what this is. It's amazing. I seriously cannot believe it. When I first saw this, I almost had a heart attack because it was so great. But here's the thing. Before we start this, I want to say one thing. If this truly is the unaltered actual gameplay footage, because it looks like gameplay footage, I did research, it is gameplay footage. But if it is unaltered, then this is the best looking online game, or maybe just best looking game period, that I have ever seen in action. And like I said, if this is unaltered, if these graphics are what we're going to get, then I can never imagine playing another game lower quality ever again. And I can't even imagine a game that's higher quality than this. It looks so good. And that's why it's kind of like this disbelief, or this reality of disbelief, where you think that it's fake because it looks so good. And we've never seen something like this before in an online game and an online trailer. So if this is true, sorry for the stutter, but if this is true and it's unaltered and it's real, it's 100% real, and if like you were to go and play this game right now and like, you know, get your own gameplay of it off a capture card or something, and this is what you get from it, this is amazing. They have made so many leaps forward in the field. It's incredible. So, with that said, let's begin our live talk, whatever you want to call it, for this trailer. So if you guys don't want me to spoil this whole trailer for you, just heads up, then please check out the link in the description. This will take you to the original video, so you yourself can watch it without me disrupting it, and then I'll be covering things with you guys afterwards. So after you guys watch that, you can either skip ahead in my video, I'll give you a time code in the description as well, or you can watch my reaction as we play through it, which is really cool. So, let's start going through. Okay. May contain content for inappropriate for children. PlayStation. Look at that. The following is actual multiplayer gameplay footage captured from a PlayStation 4. This looks like it's 60 FPS. Which is really nice. So you see people running, and that is where it starts. So this game is confirmed first person and third person in anything. So if you're using a vehicle, or if you're on something like a bike, or if you're just walking around, you can switch between first person and third person, which is very cool. And then on the right there, you can see that there's different cards which show your abilities. The top one is the bubble shield, the right one is an RPG, and the left one is a grenade, and the bottom is binoculars, which you can use to spot things. Now all of this is in a physically dynamic world right here. So all the towers you see can explode, the snow moves around as you walk, and stuff like that. So the world kind of moves around as you do. I'm not totally sure about craters and things happening like that, but look at that death right there. Awesome. And it is hipfire only, sadly. You can aim down sights, but even then it's really hipfire only. That grenade is amazing. The sound of it when it goes off. Okay, so here you can see you could also plant a bomb. And something they do that's really cool, you just saw it, is they do these cool transitions. So you can see like different players' perspectives as you move through on both sides. And the transitions are kind of clean, so that's cool. So here you see he picks up a rocket launcher, this guy. And before, I was actually wrong. That is not a rocket launcher, so don't worry about that. But he picks up a rocket launcher, which you can then use. It seems like you can only have one piece of equipment on you at any time, so like binoculars or RPG. You can see also on the right there he has a jetpack, which he just used. And there is a recharge on it, which is kind of cool. So it's not like, you know, you can hold it down forever and stay flying. It's a one use. And that's an ATST. And the explosions in this game look so great. And here we have like the clean little image. So I love these activate images, or these flag images, because look how clean it looks. And then here we have the AT-AT, the famous walker. So massive. See, you could like use this in third person right now. It's so cool how you can use this thing. It really is. I love it. And you can see he just switched his little perspective. Now this is a cool thing. Orbital strike. So what it does is it sends down like missiles on an area, completely blowing up and killing anyone in that little blue circle you saw there, which is really cool. And of course we have the Y-wings. Of course. And you actually can fly between the legs. That is confirmed. Now I hope that the flying here is very smooth more like GTA 5 flying than it is Battlefield flying, because I find Battlefield 5 flying, or not Battlefield 5, but Battlefield flying, on console at least, is very hard to do. Or it feels very, I don't know, jittery and not very smooth whatsoever. So I'll be interested to see how this works out. And there, you can't attach hooks. You can't attach hooks. So that's something I really enjoy doing in Battlefront 2. And boom, another beautiful explosion, and here we go. The camel is down, my friends. The camel is down. Okay, so that's cool. Now we can see a TIE fighter. Now, this is some of the flying action you can see here and how it kind of shows the different maps and, you know, how the maps are built for all different types of combat. Because we see this large open combat for infantry. You can see the little canyons and trenches and things like that. But here, you can see how there is enough space for these vehicles to move around and kind of, you know, work with their environment. And how, unlike other games that do have flying, they do have parts of the map that are kind of made for maneuverability and just, you know, jet combat. And that's cool. I love the callouts. If those callouts are real and they're actually in the game, that would be cool. Now this looks like an LMG style weapon, or maybe even SMG. Can't be totally certain. Right here, this guy also has the jetpack equipped, but he does not have any type of utility item on the bottom slot, as you can see. He might pick up something. You never know. Oh shoot. So look, here you can see they just got an orbital strike called on them, but they have a little protection pod, or, you know, kind of dome or shield that you could put down, and it protects everyone in that area. Oh shit. Fuck. So it's Darth Vader! Confirmed. But we already know he's confirmed. Luke! As of the 6th episode. Confirmed. So, you can use both Luke and Darth Vader at the same time. You do have the ability to reflect bullets. And they actually have 1v1 combat. So, all these things, so epic. Okay, so there are a few things I'd like to cover, so let's skip to the first thing, which is the hipfire sights, or, you know, the hipfire spread. So let's just go to the right time. I think that's about right here. Yeah, so right here, you can see, like, he gets his first kill. But let's check out, like, the hipfire spread. So you kind of see how it's a 3-prong thing right here. You can see my cursor going around it. So it's a 3-prong, which means that since you can't tighten that up anymore, you can aim down sights, as we see right here. Like, if I play it, you see you get kills, and there, he aims down sights. It keeps it a little bit tighter, but it doesn't change much besides that. So if we come out of this, and we bring it back out to the hipfire spread, so you can kind of see how the accuracy isn't pinpoint like in other first-person shooters, and kind of gives reason to why stormtroopers have such bad aim, and why everyone has such bad aim in this, and the, you know, lightsabers are kind of OP, and Han Solo's OP. So I'm wondering if certain characters, like Han Solo, or if he's not confirmed yet, but I'm assuming he's going to be in this, and like other people like the assassins who use lasers and, you know, things like that, if they will have tighter hipfire spreads to make them a little bit stronger compared to the normal infantry or grunts on the ground. So that'll be cool. And the hipfire spread also allows it so when you are someone like Luke or Darth Vader, you won't get hit as much, and you can reflect bullets when they're actually coming at you. But if you skip ahead to when Luke is actually shown to have fought there, so let's go to right here. So he slices 2 guys up, and then you can see they're shooting at him. You can see they're shooting at him, and they're missing. So they're shooting to the side of him. And that's something that I think is kind of cool. So, one, this is staged. Of course it's staged. But even if someone is directly aiming at you, because of the hipfire spread and the range being different for different weapons, there will be different spreads for, like I said, different weapons. So that's kind of cool. And you can also see how there's different abilities on the bottom right when you are someone who is using a lightsaber, of course. So I don't know what these different abilities are. I'm hoping that the one on the right, for example, is maybe the ability to block. The one in front is just to use the normal lightsaber, and the one on the left is maybe to push people away. His force push right there, which you can see he just used. So you can see there's a timer on it. Now, after he kills 2 people, I want to see one thing. Okay, so that just seems to be a normal ability. And you can see he does have a tiny little dot. If we go back again to when he's looking over the character, you can see the dot is a little bit more visible. But that is where he aims. So his bullets are a little bit more directed when he reflects them back at the opposing enemy. So then we see this little cutscene at the end here where he is fighting Darth Vader. Okay. So if this actually happens, like if you see this perspective while you're fighting, and it turns into this cool cinematic fight, I would love that so much. And there would be kind of this interference mode where like people wouldn't be able to interfere if they were on the outside, and it would just be you two duking it out, because it would be kind of suckish if or suckish, what type of word is that? It would really suck if you were like Luke and the other person was Darth Vader, and then maybe someone came up, it could be either, you know, a stormtrooper or a rebel. If they came up and just shot Darth Vader or Luke in the back of the head, so that would kind of suck if that happens. So I wish, like, when you got in these fights, if it were cinematic like this, which I would love so much. I really am dying for some online cinematic combat, because I think that would be really cool. But if that does happen, then I'm looking forward to seeing some more, like, individual 1v1 combat. So, like, the whole battleground kind of shifts where they won't attack these guys. And when someone dies, I'm wondering if they actually die. Like, maybe your head gets chopped off, or you get cut in half, for example, Darth Maul style. Or if you just leave the fight to, like, kind of recharge or meditate and gain your energy back and then come back. But of course, they're not all going to meditate, but the Siths and the Jedi probably will, because, you know, they're a little bit more in tune with their bodies. So let's skip back to, let's see. The orbital strike is really cool, and you can kind of see the blue circle here. That's what I was looking for. You can see the ability is on the upper, like, little triangle there, as you can kind of see on the right hand side of the screen where the HUD is. You can kind of see where there's the orbital strike, and I think that's really cool how you have more than just normal shooting abilities. It will add a little bit more dimensions to characters and things like that, which I really like. And you can see how it's so direct that it kind of shows you the grid of where you're going to hit people. And it's interesting. I just really find things like this interesting, that kind of add a new dynamic to the game, which we never saw in the movies. We never saw this in the previous game, so it's kind of cool that they're adding something new and fresh. And I'm happy that they showed a counter to this, because if you just watched this clip and you didn't see the one where he had the bubble dome, you would think this would be really OP. But now if you go to the part where there is a bubble dome, where it's like orbital strike incoming, and they put down the bubble dome, where is that? I think that's about, yeah, that's right here. So you can see there's the bubble dome, and then the missiles just come and hit them straight on the top of the dome. You can kind of see how there is a counter to it. And that's something I really like, how you have these different abilities, but then it's not, like, totally OP. So anyone on the Rebel team who has, like, you know, the orbital strike coming above them can either move outside the grid, but the thing is with that, is you don't know where the grid is, or you can just get under the bubble, where it actually shows how much health it has or how much time. Okay, it looks like how much time. If we play that back again. Oh no, so that is damage. So the more damage it takes, the faster the time goes out, and I'm assuming there's still time to keep it balanced. So they did a really good job with this game so far. Now, other things. I'm wondering if those turrets work, like on the side here. You can kind of see how there's one of these white little turrets just standing there. I wonder if the turrets work. If they do, that would be really cool, because they did in Battlefront 2. But if they don't, and they're just static map elements, I'm fine with that, as long as they explode, you know. But I would really look forward to seeing those be used. What else? Well, let's see. When we're in the, I think it's the wing. Oh, no. This will be later. So let's skip ahead to when we're actually flying around in the X-Wing. Or, no, in the fighter jet here. Okay. So you can kind of see how large the map is just from this image here, the scale. So you can see there's the taken out AT-AT Walker there. So obviously they come out from somewhere around here and they start moving. So there's a point here and there's a point there. This seems kind of like Rush from Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 3, which is really cool how like you kind of move and capture objectives along the map. But so there's the downed AT-AT Walker here. There is a back canyon over here if we watch further in the, you know, fighter jet scene. There is all this place for infantry movement. There's the insides there where you could actually move through, it seems. And then there's like all these what's called rocks and hills and mountains and stuff like that. So there's a lot of movement, as we could see. There's a large map. It's a large scale here. So I'm happy to see that this map is very large, and I think objectives like Rush, as we could see here, will really strive or, like, you know, be better type of gameplay methods for these style of maps, because like they said earlier, there's only 8 maps 4 planets with 2 maps on every planet minimum. So it would be really cool that if they do have that amount of maps, you know, minimum, then they could definitely add all these different elements and like certain game modes specific for certain map types. So if there are 2 Hoth maps, then there's one that's based for domination and one that's based for more objective game modes like Rush. So that'll be really cool because this map seems large, and that was my worry. My worry was going into this, they were going to have small scale maps with small scale combat, but that's not the case if you actually see here. So that's about it. That's all the interesting small things I like to cover. Everything else is kind of like original and like has been in the past games. So yep, the one thing I'm sad about is there's no space combat, but if this game is as beautiful as it seems, for online that is, if it works this well when it comes out, and this, remember, this is a few months, 5 or 4 months before it actually comes out, so if it works this well when the game actually comes out, that would be amazing, and I would definitely wait for space combat, because they did announce that they were going to release space combat, but on a delayed schedule past the time it came out, so probably half a year, 6 months after that, hopefully, because if they do that, that would be amazing, and I would definitely wait for it if the game is this good. And just seeing this clip makes me want to see what the other maps are like as well. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed. My name is Exeter. That has been my breakdown of the trailer, post-watching it with you guys. If you enjoyed it, please let me know why. If you didn't enjoy it, please let me know why. And tell me why, if you didn't enjoy it, you're not a Star Wars fan. And then, yeah, so also let me know, one final thing, what you would like to use the most out of all the things shown here. If it would be a TIE Fighter, if it be an AT-AT Walker, ATST, if it be an infantry unit that has like some type of bubble shield. On which side? Would you like to be Luke, or would you like to be, you know, Darth Vader more? Who would you like to be the most out of everything here? And you can only choose one. So if you choose Darth Vader, you can't choose AT-AT or anything else like that. So thank you for watching. My name is Exeter. I hope you enjoyed. Peace out and goodbye.